Ryujin? R-Y-U with a line on top of it. J-I-N.
Ryujin.
There we go.
Yeah. The U with another the line above it is an extension of the U sound, so it's Ryujin.
Ah.
So you hold the U for a bit. Hold the U for technically another consonant, but it's like, or another vowel, but it's just extended.
You're good at languages. Spooky.
No, I'm just a weeb.
Who says, curious thought, you think it's possible for a person to buy the entire game franchise and have ownership over it? So to acquire World of Warcraft, you would have to purchase the World of Warcraft franchise from Activision-Blizzard. Now, for that to make sense for Activision-Blizzard, they would need a very, very, very large multiple of however many years of future earnings, right? Yeah. Because you're actually trying to work out what that is would be really quite hard. So, yeah, it would be possible, but it would be possible with, like, such an absurd amount of money that I don't think it would ever happen.
Yeah. You also need to remember that their projections internally are probably, or their projections and hopes are probably significantly larger than what we reasonably sort of expect to happen, maybe, especially if they're thinking about the opportunity cost of selling the franchise. I think you might need to raise, like, well, I don't know what are they expecting, like $20 billion,
cheeky $30 billion.
Yeah, it's like a 20 bill lying around the back of the sofa. Go for it, like,
yeah.
But, go for it. But after the trials and tribulations Bobby Kotick went through to get a hold of Warcraft in the first place.
Oh, I can't wait until we get that video out finally.
Yeah.
So we got a question here from KA who said, do you think because the current team is not the original team for WoW, they don't feel ownership of the game and it's just a high grind turnover? I think it's, there's always going to be some passing of the torch, and I think there has been a generational shift. I think a lot of the people involved with WoW at the start are no longer there. So I think it basically is a new team. It's just, slowly replacing people. And I think they've certainly tried to make their own stamp in the game. And I've certainly, while I really like some gameplay aspects of the stamp they've put in the game, there are experiential aspects that I think are vastly inferior to the past. But the gameplay is, it's very different, but I think I will enjoy TBC rating a hell of a lot, but I will enjoy it for a different reason to how I enjoy current rating. And the type of rating that is current rating for me, I don't think I'll ever want to give up because I really like it.
Yeah, it's, I think one of the problems is, because they have a lot of really talented and really, intelligent and good game designers, but they all focus their efforts on raid design and stuff like that, and the class design for those specific things. Yeah. Where I think they could, for being such a very good game to play, gameplay-wise, World of Warcraft certainly lacks that often. Yeah, in the more casual stuff.
Yeah, it feels like they haven't synthesized the experience of World of Warcraft.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it sort of feels to me like maybe there's like a raw going by instinct that I think happens that can result in a bunch of shit and a bunch of jank, but also something that feels special. And I think that's what happened a lot with World of Warcraft. It made it really cool at the start, but I think, there's been more and more specialization of, of people and skills and of what content is and stuff, which has just meant that lots of things, they just kind of fit in their category now, and maybe that's some of what people are experiencing. But some of that's always going to be natural because you can't hold the same team there for 20 years. And certainly those people wouldn't want to. They want to move on to new projects and stuff.
Almost certainly.
I should say a big thank you to Ivan and to Phoenix for 2 super chats, which don't actually have a chat on them.
Thanks, lads.
But yeah, so thank you for the donations. We've got from Mr. Heathman. I hope you guys add another succulent or plant to the set every week. Love the stuff. Keep up the work, lads. To which I would say, you know what? If they kind of die at the rate that we usually kill plants, we probably would have to replace one every week for you guys to still have the same number of plants on the table.
I could do you one thing. I'll be back in 2 seconds. Oh god, I'm stiff.
Where is he going? Where is he going? Oh!
This thing.
Yes, this bizarre thing.
This belongs to you. I'm not quite sure where it came from, but...
IKEA.
IKEA? Nice.
There we go.
Sit that somewhere. Beautiful.
There we go. Tell you what.
I just bumped the mic again.
I don't know where to put it. We'll put it there. I think.
Yeah.
Can I see that?
Yeah, I can see that pretty fine.
There we go.
Yep.
There we go. And we've got from C-Mark, who says, shouldn't they do content designed for fewer people instead of one size fits all? Like Mop Farm, Mage Tower, and more niche content. 100%.
Yeah, it's you need instead of one silver bullet, you need loads of bullets. That's what I
Riddle me. Riddle me, Blizzard.
Yeah, make content for content for everyone, not a piece of content for everyone.
Yeah.
I mean, I guess they consider themselves like artisan chefs and Michelin star places where you go in and here's the set. Here's the course. This is what you're eating, you'll enjoy it. When they're not, they're food analogy 2 or 3 at the buffet.
Yeah.
Buffet, go in, if you like, done.
It's like, there was, it was earlier on in one of the regular chats in the stream that I noticed where somebody basically said, like, make these things and have them last. Because it's like, if you had have done, say, like a player housing and a farm thing and a class order hall, and you kept those all being relevant, then it's like players that spend loads of time in those places, that get to know them, and it's like the Mop Farm. That's the farm in World of Warcraft. You have a farm. You can have a farm if you want a farm, if you're that type of player. And there you go. You got farming gameplay. We do little mini Harvest Moon and WoW. It's that sort of thing. You want to make stuff specifically for an audience who will love that stuff, because that's what's going to give somebody an incredible experience, and that's going to make them love your game and stick around. And I guess the problem with Blizzard is they very much went into endgame instance content, and then for all the world content, it's basically just all homogenized now. I mean, reputations aren't what they used to be.
No.
Cosmetic acquisition. Look at what it was in Legion. Now it's all just an anima.
Yeah.
That's it.
Do world quests and buy what you want.
It's boring.
Yeah. Player choice, sure, but
yeah, I think I agree. Do more niche, do more small things that people actually love, instead of trying to find the silver bullet, the perfect self-balancing system, the perfect, renown battle pass thing that will get everybody playing. Just make things that people love.
Yeah, the idea of the farm and mists has really, really, really dug its way into my brain, because
like, I didn't give a shit about it, but I was happy that it was there because people would.
Yeah, but imagine instead of going, all right, next time it's your, you've got your Garrison next expansion, then Legion, Class All. Imagine if you just had at the start of the next expansion or the end of the expansion, they go, all right, so here's a toy that will teleport you back to this farm. Like once a day, you can use it again to go back to where you were, and there's visitors from the current expansion make their way there. So you expand the system. You introduce new herbs to the old thing. Maybe you have some gameplay around trying to get them to actually grow. Look at that. You've got a thing that you can do, and you've got a thing that you can at the start of development expansion, you have a couple of devs, and you're like, right, boys, Halfhill needs an update to the expansion. On it, boss. Back in a couple of weeks with this thing people can do.
Yeah, and then it could actually be World of Warcraft instead of World of Current Patch.
Yep.
Which I think is an issue they face. That said, I think many MMOs do face that same issue.
Yeah, they definitely. Definitely.